Hello, Louisiana Beer Reviews. Sorry, we were talking about our restaurants off air. All right, anyway, we have a beer from California, although in my case, our case is probably from North Carolina, because what happened was this company expanded, and for east of the Mississippi River, they started a North Carolina brewery. But anyway, this is the Coffee Stout from Sierra Nevada. Sierra Nevada was started in Chico, California in the 1980s, 79, 80, and they added this 6.2% by volume coffee stout. It's a fusion of dark roasted malts and rich coffee for layers of bittersweet, fruity, dark chocolate, and caramel-like flavors. You've never had it, but you saw it in the fridge. You thought you might like it. It's, let's see if I can pick up the code here somewhere. And, oh, David Garlapede, thank you for this bottle. I bought some, and then he brought me a bottle and said, you want this? I said, well, yeah. So, thank you. Yeah, not seeing a date code on here, but that's no big deal. All right. More than likely it's from North Carolina. We usually get the Eastern breweries. Well, there's a lot of, what you call that, beige foam? Or is that cream colored? Yeah, cream colored. Now, I don't want to spill any stout like I did with the last whiskey stout.
Yeah, let's take it a little.
Stout.
Let's leave it at this. This also looks like I just poured some Coke. This is darker than that other stout, though. This is like...
Wow.
This is like black Sharpie.
I remember I tried this stuff about 5 years ago, and I really liked it, and then it disappeared. And I said, well, okay. And then it suddenly reappeared in 2020.
It definitely smells like coffee.
Sharp coffee notes. Don't know what brand. All right, cheers to you.
There's like a sharpness to it. The thing about coffee beers that I've noticed often is that it doesn't necessarily taste like you're drinking coffee. It almost tastes like you're chewing on a coffee bean. Or you're eating like, you ever eat like chocolate covered espresso beans? It's almost like,
No.
because it's just like, well, chocolate covered espresso beans are good, but it's more like that to me than like, oh, here's like a freshly brewed cup of coffee. It's more like, here's like the sharp bitterness of the bean. And I'm not necessarily saying that it's bad, but it always is like it's never what I expect.
In other words, like the whiskey stout was like really rich whiskey barrel.
Really mellow in a way.
This is like pinpoint sharp.
Yeah, it tastes more like a coffee bean than coffee. In the same way, like, you know the difference between what like a fruit rind or fruit pith is. That's different than the fruit itself. So.
Oh, my friend David, I wanted you to ride. Remember, I told you I wanted you to ride with me out there and we could do reviews.
I was not going to go do beer reviews with a stranger, but...
Well, you know what I'm saying.
Yeah, well...
But he always gets, like, really involved with the pith. Like, he's real sensitive to that, and he'll be like... He'll say, you notice it's not really the orange. It's more like an orange pith. And I'm like, yeah, that's not really something people want to eat. He's like, yeah, but you notice that this beer is more like orange pith than the orange? Or grape fruit pith?
I noticed that stuff
and
too,
I'm like, yeah, kind of, like he'll pick up things I don't really detect.
Crust instead of bread, the crust versus the bread.
Yeah, he's like real sensitive to that.
So this definitely has that coffee bitterness. It actually, again, has more of that sharpness and bitterness of coffee than like an actual like coffee flavor itself to me.
Like the acrid part of it.
Yes, and I don't think it's bad. Like, I think it's pretty good. It's not like making me hysterical like the other beer did. that I really liked. But no, I mean, I think this one is good.
You'd recommend it?
Sure, yeah. And I think too with this kind of thing, like I drink so much coffee. I love coffee, and I'm like a coffee person. Like I have my French press. I grind my beans every day, you know. So I think like when I get stuff that's more like coffee flavored or coffee infused, I'm just like, I mean, this is good, but I'd rather just drink a cup of coffee.
Yeah, there's a lot to be said about that
I know I was
because
dragging you for your big old tubs of coffee earlier.
yeah, those are actually pretty good. The you get these beers that are all like coffee flavored, mango flavored, black cherry flavored, coconut flavored, and it goes on and on.
But
And then,
sometimes, like if I wanted the thing, I would just have the thing.
right, and that's what I was about to say. And then you say to yourself, well, why couldn't I just go get some mango juice and drink that, and then later drink some beer? Like, why does it have to be combined?
Now, I mean, I enjoy beers that have like, okay, like that beer we had earlier. I wasn't drinking it being like, well, if I wanted whiskey, I could just drink whiskey because it didn't taste like someone took beer and just injected whiskey flavor into it. Like there was a lot going on.
You know, they
But
aged
sometimes
it in whiskey barrels.
with these coffee beers, it's like, ugh, coffee. Like I don't know how to explain it. Like I really like say beers with like cocoa, like coffee, vanilla notes of caramel, but that's different than like here's a caramel flavored beer.
Well, they said on the website that they just add like this company's coffee beans, you know, like they're.
I know, and I'm not saying it's like an artificial flavor, but it doesn't.
No, it isn't artificial.
It's not a flavor that's like naturally occurring in the beer. Like, so.
No, and neither is whiskey.
Right. So I don't know. I guess that beer was just better. I mean, I don't know what to tell you, but like how coffee.
Gotta be.
Okay, I really like dark coffees with like notes of caramel and toffee and chocolate. That's different than getting coffee that's been flavored with chocolate. So
Oh, yeah.
I don't
Okay.
know. I've had beers before that have like evoked coffee or reminded me of coffee, but didn't like have coffee brewed with it.
This is made with.
Yes, and it's not bad. Like I'll probably give it an A-. I think it's good. I just am like, and this is what I said to him before. I said we should have done this before that other beer because that beer was so good. Anything I have after it is just not going to be as good.
Right. Well,
You know, that'd be like if I had that scotch that you showed me in there, and then I went and got the Clan McGregor scotch. Like, it's not fair.
Right. It better be better. Yeah, we went with the super duper first, but
That was a daggone good beer.
A-. I would probably give this.
It's just kind of boring to me. It's just it's like, I don't know.
It's a very nice, mellow coffee flavor. I would almost say like, and I've used this term too much, a demure coffee approach. For a person that's not used to strong coffee aromas or flavors, or strong beer aromas or flavors, this could be a good thing to start with. It's not the end point, but it's a good starting point or midpoint. Starting to midpoint, not midpoint, starting to midpoint. I like it a lot. I'll probably go with a 9.3 out of 10, you know, a 93 out of 100.
Is that an A or an A-?
93 to me is an A. I'm using a college scale. 92 is a B, A-. It's arbitrary, but I try to be consistent. So I would say A, but I wouldn't go higher than 93, no. 93 is enough, yeah. I don't know about you, but I say 90, 91, 92 is an A-.
I feel fine giving it an A-. It
Like about a 92.
checks out to me, yeah.
90.
Don't make me think in numbers. I'm between semesters right now. I'm not doing that.
I'm always thinking in numbers because Michael Komaroff, who lives in Brooklyn, New York, he's always telling me, I need a specific number. He writes it in a notebook, you know.
That's kind of pedantic. I'm not doing that. No offense, Michael. We're all different creatures.
He's got a lot of records. But Michael, I'm going to say, like, I'm not kidding. He writes every number down specifically. When I was in New York City and Brooklyn in 2015, he said, what do you score this beer? I said, I give it an A. Solid A. He said, yeah, but what number? I said, no, just an A. But like, he said, what specific number? So I had to go to a 95 because he was not going to relent.
That's why I like inputting the final grades in the system, because you don't have to actually put the number. You just say A minus, B plus, B, and I'll be like.
But Michael, you got it from me. I'm saying 93.
Okay, Michael, I'm gonna say 91 just for you, my dude. Just for you in NYC.
Now you see, now that's dedication. All right. So that's funny. He watches. He never comments, but he'll tell me later, I didn't comment, but I watched. I said, oh yeah, you're stalking me. All right, so so 91. So 91 A minus and 93 A out of 100, and we're going to end this review by saying, y'all come on down to southeastern Louisiana.
Stay safe, friends.